My name is Mark Walters. I am one of the men behind the Dallas Comic-Con, which was recently acquired by Fan Expo. So I am now up here in Vancouver, and you have a wonderful, beautiful place. It's so wonderful to visit here. So I'm very proud to be here. Thank you. Totally not worth that. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for coming out today. It's my great pleasure. I've actually done a Q&A with Tom once before, so it's really cool to be back up here on stage with him again. And I'm telling you, you guys are going to have fun. So we're going to get through as many questions as we possibly can. We've already queued everybody up, so don't even bother going over there because we've gotten as many people up there as we can. But this is going to be really fun, and I know I don't really need to introduce him anyway, but he's really cool, and he's a really, truly nice guy. So it's a pleasure to introduce Mr. Tom Felton.
Welcome. It's very kind of you. It's good to be back in Vancouver. Wow, that's a lot of you out here.
Yeah. I'm going to start off with something that we talked about in Dallas because it was one of the most recent things that you do.
Sure.
You've been shooting a new series in LA called Murder in the First.
That's right,
so let's tell people about that.
Yeah, we shot a pilot July this year for, July last year for a TV show called Murder in the First for TNT. And it got picked up in October, and we're now 8 episodes of 10 through, and we've nearly finished it. It's a very exciting season, very cool character, and I'm hoping you guys will enjoy it. Is that blocking?
Probably blocking there for you, I would imagine, so no water for you.
I was thinking, I was like, what's he doing? Yeah, okay.
It's interesting because, I mean, we literally have watched you grow up on screen with the Harry Potter movies, and I'm sure that to some extent that was a very exciting journey. I'm sure that there was also a lot of tension that comes along with that. You know, when you look back on that experience, what are some of the memories and things that you were able to take away from that, and how does it feel to you now, looking back on it now that it's all done?
Weird, to be honest with you. It's even stranger when you get a chance to come somewhere new and exciting and get to meet hundreds, if not thousands, of very friendly, excited faces that, in a way, I feel like I've grown up with a lot of people that I've never met before because they've seen me grow up throughout the film. So it's very exciting, and I feel very honored to be a part of so many people's lives. You know, it's kind of cool. Every year that goes on, I think you get more sweet memories that come back of realizing how good it was and how lucky we were, and how amazing it is to be involved in something that has touched so many lives and still continues to do so.
And you've been meeting fans all over the world. How's your experience been here in Vancouver and the fans that you've
Delightful. You people are a delightful bunch, so thank you very much. You seem to be as excited as the most excitable and polite as the politest. So I appreciate it. It makes it a lot easier and more fun for me when you guys are like that. So I'd just do conventions here if I had the choice.
Walking down the street, do people recognize you a lot, and do they yell out Tom or Draco? What do you get most often when you go out in public?
Some people have booed me on the street. I don't know what to do. Yeah. It used to trouble me as a child, but now I think it was a compliment now. Yeah, not that bad to be honest with you. I'm quite lucky that I look a little bit different to my character, so only the real hardcore fans usually spot me. I've had a few interesting encounters with people on the subway back in London, and it's always bizarre when it's a quiet elevator or a quiet train and someone shouts out Malfoy, or even worse, they start throwing spells at you. I never know how to react when someone does that. I just try and smile and wave back. Generally speaking, they're all pretty lovely. They're a lovely bunch.
How did you feel about the way Draco's storyline was wrapped up in the last film? Did you feel like you said everything you wanted to say with the character? Do you feel like maybe there was more to say with the character?
No, not at all. I think Draco probably has one of the best stories of all the youngsters, really, because he comes to age in a very difficult, tricky way. And I think for the first 5 or 6 years, it's easy just to see him as a snotty pain in the arse, really, and to feel very little sympathy for him. But it's in the last couple of years that we you start to see that he's really a product of his parents, and they're terrible parents. He's kind of a scarred child and someone that's been forced to make decisions that he doesn't want to do. He comes to age nicely in the last film, where he realizes that maybe he doesn't want to follow in his father's footsteps, but he's forced to. So it's kind of a nice place to end it, and the Malfoys have a nice sort of departing from the films, I think.
Yeah. I also really loved you in Secret. I wanted to bring that film
Thanks,
up.
man.
I don't know how many of you have
Appreciate
seen that film, but it's a great performance.
Yeah, it's a small independent film, but it was a fun one. Yeah. Did you see it out of curiosity? Was it recently?
Yeah, recently. Well, it's played in the States, but
Yeah.
it was about 6 months ago?
Okay, cool.
Yeah, 6 months ago. Fantastic. I want this to be about you guys, because I can sit up here and ask questions all day long. So let's get going with the audience questions. Go ahead and step right up to the mic.
Where are we looking, Mark? Over here?
Right over here.
Sorry, my eyes are terrible. I can see.
Sorry, mine are too. I was just wondering, my name's Amanda, and
Hi,
I was
Amanda.
just wondering, out of all the characters in the Harry Potter, besides your own story and your own character, like, who would you have been interested in playing, like, story-wise, like,
Right.
their journey?
Yeah, it's a very tough question. I'm so attached to Draco, it'd be difficult to conceive playing anyone else. But I always thought I'd make a great Hermione. Maybe if they do the remakes in 10 years, I'll have another stab at it. But yeah, no, I'm pretty attached to Malfoy, to be honest.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, love you.
Hi, my name is Whitney.
Hi, Whitney.
Hi, so for the new Harry Potter spin-off, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, what kind of cameo would you like to make, and what kind of fantastical beast do you think you could relate to?
Wow, good question. I don't really know anything about these new spin-off films. I mean, I know they're Harry Potter related, but I'm not exactly sure what they're going to encompass from previous books or previous worlds. So I'm not sure. I definitely would love to do it. I know the offer's not on the cards at the moment, but a cameo in that would be very cool. And I'm not sure really as far as what beasts they will come up with. I'm sure they'll be bigger and better than ever. I always had this weird dream that maybe in 20 or 30 years, when they remake the Harry Potter films in 4D scratches, I would get a chance to come back and play Lucius. So maybe one day.
Start that petition right now.
Thank you.
Thanks, lovely.
Hi, my name's Katie.
Thank you.
Okay, so I have a really kind of random question that I heard a rumor of.
Here we go.
So I heard they had to sew your robe pocket shut because you kept sneaking food on set. And I was wondering if that was true, and what exactly were you hiding in those pockets?
Absolutely true. Yeah, I made a few enemies with the kids there because the pockets were huge. On
Yes,
the
they
clothes.
are very huge.
Right.
I have whole pizzas in them.
You can literally, yeah, I can attest to that. We used to have all sorts of just goodies and sweets and chocolates and foams.
Was it like a surprise when you got to set one day and you're like, oh, these are sewed shut? This is
Well,
sucks.
yeah, because I think other kids started to follow suit. They pointed the blame largely at me. And then from there started sewing up all the pockets up. So that really sucked. I think it was because in one of the scenes there's a shot of me walking along and it looks like I'm smuggling grapefruit. So yeah, it probably threw a few people off. So they said, right, let's just sew his bloody pockets shut.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, David.
Hi.
Hey.
I was wondering if you could say Potter, and also my father will hear about this.
Well, but I struggle to say it without smiling now, so it's not going to sound like... Okay, Potter. And my father will hear about this. Right.
Hi.
Hey,
Oh yeah, sorry.
is that it?
No.
Thank you for your question.
I was wondering which house you think that you would be in and why.
Unmistakably Slytherin. It just surprised me I'm not a room for error. But I'm not a particularly nice. very attached to them, so yeah, I have to say that.
Thanks.
Thanks, love. That's a Slytherin support or something. I went to the Harry Potter Museum thing in Los Angeles a while ago, and they have a sorting hat there, and they make you put it on, and something shouts from the ceiling what you are, and they were so worried that they were going to put it on my head and it was going to say something else, but they didn't want me to do it. I did, and it said Gryffindor, and I threw the hat down in disgust. It's a bit of the behind the scenes they didn't put in the DVD.
Hi, I'm Closta.
Hey.
I met Daniel Radcliffe like a couple of months ago in my town, and he signed my golden snitch thing that I made in grade 8.
Cool.
I was wondering if you could sign it for me because I couldn't afford an autograph.
I would love to, yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Can I come up? Is that okay?
Let's wait until after.
yeah,
Okay,
sure. Maybe
thank
at the
you.
end, so we don't. Yeah, thank you.
Hi Tom,
Hi, how's it going?
pretty good.
Are you a Death Eater or just black?
Technically a man of the Night's Watch, but I...
Okay.
My question is a two-parter.
Sure, hit me.
So the Harry Potter series is essentially a who's who of British acting talent over the last 50 years.
Sure.
So firstly, who was your favourite person to work with? And secondly, was there anyone that you turned up on set and were like, good God, I'm so starstruck, like the shakes are on, kind of
Right,
thing?
right. Well, I didn't know who a lot of these actors were when I first joined up as an 11 or 12-year-old. You don't tend to know who Gary Oldman or Michael Gambon or a lot of these people are. You haven't seen a lot of their work yet, so it's quite nice to meet them and not have a clue. I actually met Gary Oldman for the first 3 times, and I thought he was a janitor. I had no idea who he was at all. I thought he was taking tours. It was very embarrassing. And then became a huge fan.
Did you like spill something on the floor and say, could you flip?
I saw him sort of lurking around. I never saw him cleaning. I just didn't know what he was doing. I had a big fear of Alan Rickman. Not only who plays Snape, not only because of his booming, deep voice, but he can be quite a surly character. He likes to almost stay in sort of Snape mode. And it's always bizarre. I remember looking at the canteen and seeing a few goblins queuing up with their lunch trays, and then Alan Rickman behind in his big cloak. That was a very surreal picture. But he's a lovely guy. Actually, it just took a while. It took me about 4 or 5 years to say anything more than "Good morning, Alan." He was a very sweet guy, and he's got a wicked sense of humour. As far as people, they all taught me loads, and I have nothing but warm memories of working with all of them. But Michael Gambon, who played Dumbledore in the last 3 or 4 films, was a hell of a lot of fun. And although his performance is very compelling, he really didn't take himself too seriously at all. I was stashing food in my robe pockets, as we've already discovered, and he was sneaking cigarettes in his beard. I'm pretty sure he had a hip flask on it at some point. He made it a lot of fun and sort of relaxed us all, so I was very nervous about working with him one-on-one. And he was a big reminder to say, no worries, chill out, enjoy it.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thanks, love.
Hello.
How you doing, sir?
Not too bad, yourself?
All right.
Okay, so my question here is, would you prank call one of your Harry Potter co-stars for us right now?
Are you going to pay for that?
I might be willing to.
It's a very tempting offer. My phone is not working over here, I'm afraid. And B, I'm not sure if I would be willing to upset one of them over this. It's a good idea. It's definitely the first question I've had. On that note, maybe later on I'll get a chance to do so, and I'll send them my love from all you lot.
If you were going to prank call somebody, who would it be?
Daniel.
Okay.
He never answers his bloody phone anyway. So. But yeah, all right. Thank you. Cheers, mate.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, thanks. How about you?
Marvelous, thank you.
My question was, of all the Harry Potter characters, who are you most curious to learn more about their backstory or additional information, excluding Draco?
That's a good question. What's the answer off your top of your head? Do you have one?
I want to know more about Narcissa, personally.
Right. Yeah, that's cool. I'd like to know more about Voldemort. Really, he'd be kind of cool. I know we know a lot about his younger years, but it'd be nice to flesh out some of his story a bit. I think all of the characters have such potential to go on even Luna and Neville. I'd like to know more about his childhood for some reason. Yeah, that has a lot of potential. There's so many rich stories and characters that I think that even if Joe wanted to write an entire book on Narcissa or Luna, I'm sure it'd be very compelling.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, love.
Hi Tom, my
Hello,
name's
mate.
Tony.
Sorry, I missed that. What was that?
Oh, sorry. I'll move it here. There we go. My name's Tony. I'm a real big fan of yours because you do a really good job at just making your audience hate you in pretty much every film you do. No, it's actually a compliment because it really takes a lot of talent to play a good, compelling villain to actually stir up those feelings in your audience and touch them that way. My question is, how do you do it?
I'm just a really horrible person. No, I don't know. I remember vividly coming out of one of the first Harry Potter premieres and there being a bunch of youngsters in the after party afterwards, and lots of them hurling rather nasty names at me. I shan't repeat because I'm sure there were some young ears in the crowd. And I got really offended. I thought, God, these guys I've really upset them. But in fact, as you just said, if I'm scaring the wits out of these 6-year-olds and convincing them I'm some evil Nancy-like child, then they must be doing something right. So yeah, for sure. Sorry, I've gone off on a tangent. What was your?
How did you do it?
Oh right, yeah. I mean, I used to say the excuse of I have 3 older brothers who gave me quite a bit of grief, as any brotherly. Any brothers should do. So I channeled my frustrations and then let them out as Draco. But that's a cheesy answer, and there's no truth to that, I don't think. We just saw it as fun. It always seemed to be great fun to play someone very different from yourself. Draco's kind of the epitome of that. He's the direct opposite. He's had a horrible childhood. He's a wizard. And yeah, it's very different from my upbringing in my life, so it was just fun to step into someone else's shoes. And he's very black and white, or at least he was when he was young. There was, you always knew exactly what he was thinking, so that made it a lot of fun, and I think slightly easier as well.
Well, inspiration comes from all places, so thank you very much.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Cheers.
Hi Tom, my name is Ryan.
Hey, Ryan.
My question is, what do you like about Vancouver the most?
I'm not sure, but I love it here. I really do. I was here for 6 weeks when we shot Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and I fell in love with it then. My girlfriend and I spent several weekends sort of traveling around. We did Whistler, and I'm yet to go to Vancouver Island, but I'm really, really excited about doing that. They do a lot of good things. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. The crew that I work with up here, I've met some really nice guys, very professional and at the top of their craft, which is good. The air just seems cleaner, doesn't it? As soon as I got off the plane, I felt this is fresh, clean air, and I like your weather as well. It's kind of English, but it still seems nicer somehow. It seems less grey. It seems more, luscious. It seems like you have some nice forests and stuff. So, yeah, I'm already targeting any film or TV project that shoots here in the next year, so I can come back.
So I was wondering if you've read any of the Draco-related fan fiction or heard of any of it.
What's she talking about, Tom?
I know.
We got the same question in Dallas.
Yeah.
Same response.
Fan fiction is always, I'm torn, to be honest with you, because I'm very pleased and excited that it's enabled you to be creative and to write your own stories and pictures. The subject and notion of the stories and pictures is a little more questionable, but it's creative nonetheless. So I'm very pleased, genuinely, that people are excited enough to go and do their own work. A little freaked out when they involved me and Daniel fornicating. We can both agree that they weren't real. At least we didn't take pictures that night. So yeah. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, I appreciate your good work. Keep it up.
That makes the idea of that prank call more interesting, doesn't it?
Right. Actually, I think my brother had that as a screensaver on his phone for about 3 years. Very embarrassing.
Next question.
Hi, my name's Emily.
Hi, Emily.
So I had a question. I was wondering, did you ever have a really serious scene that you were supposed to do, but you and your scene partner could never keep a straight face?
One springs to mind. It wasn't really a scene that I was featured in. It was, you may have to help me out. Is it McGonagall's transfiguration class? Is that wrong? Probably. My memory doesn't serve me well. Yeah. But we all had animals, little animals in front of us to be able to do our spells on, and my friend Goyle, Josh Herdman, he had a millipede the size of my forearm, and it was very, very fat, and it scared the life out of both of us. And he kept poking me with the wand to try and keep it on. And there was a monkey next to us doing something that he shouldn't be doing. I won't go into details, but basically we were literally pissing ourselves with laughter. The entire scene. We got in trouble with the director, producers. Maggie Smith wasn't best pleased with us. You know when it gets under your skin and you shouldn't laugh. That's always when it hits you hardest. You just cried like girls. For 3 or 4 takes, yeah, and then had to be ushered off the set. But yeah, good times.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, lovely.
Hi, my name's Chloe.
Hi, Glenn.
I met you earlier and you shook my hand, and I was just wondering, how do you get your hand so soft? Pretty amazing.
Thank you. I'm glad you noticed, because it's a tough regime every night. 2 or 3 hours, I soften these bad boys. No, I don't. I've never heard that before in my life. But I appreciate it nonetheless. Yeah, I don't have an answer. I don't really take good care of my hands, to be honest with you. I play a lot of guitar and golf, so they have blisters and calluses all over them. I would have thought, usually people would have said the opposite.
Also, do you like my cat leggings?
They are possibly the best leggings I've ever seen.
Thank you.
No worries. Yeah, I think it deserves a round of applause.
Can somebody help her lower the microphone?
Yeah, she's having to jump, bless her.
Hi, my name is Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
I just wanted to thank you first off for bringing Draco to life, because I didn't really like him until your portrayal of him in Half-Prince and Deathly Hallows, so thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
My question is, of all the roles you've played so far today, which one did you find the most difficult, and what helped you get into character?
I've been lucky enough to the characters that I have been playing, they're very enjoyable, and generally if I enjoy it, then it doesn't feel too challenging. Rise of the Apes was the first film where I did an American accent, which was a bit of a daunting task at first. Luckily, lots of very nice people around me to help me with that, which was fun. I enjoyed playing Draco the most, unquestionably, because the directors would start asking you about what you think, what he would be doing. And this character that I'm playing now, a guy called Eric Blunt, he's a tech wizard, one of these Silicon Valley whiz kids, and he's been put in trial for a few murders. So it's a very exciting prospect of what's going to happen to him, and it's challenging every day. It's different, learning lines and different accents and stuff. But generally speaking, it's all very enjoyable. It's a terrible answer, sorry.
No, that's fine. Also,
Right.
I think this wig would look really good on you.
Appreciate it. Maybe we'll have a little trying on session later on.
Hi, Tom.
Hello.
I'm just wondering, whose wand was your favorite in the movie Harry Potter?
I think I got that. Was that a wand question?
Yeah.
Yes, I mean my own, of course. Draco's wand was the best. You have it?
Yeah, it's right here.
It's a trusty stick. Use it wisely. I liked Voldemort's as well. That was pretty cool.
Same.
Yeah, right? But we always used to have fun, pass them around, and try each other out for a sec. But there's only one of each, you know. That's people always think that I stole my wand or we all get to keep our wands, but there was only ever one original of each person's wand, and right now I think they're at the museum in London. So it's a shame I didn't get to keep it, but at least it's going to a good home.
Also, what was your favorite spell you used?
I'm kind of an Expelliarmus fan. What about yourself, man?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, right? Me and this kid are bonding, I like it. You're welcome to stay around anytime, dude.
And last but not least, where did you keep your wands in the movie Harry Potter? Because it looked like you just pulled them out from nowhere.
What? This conversation's taking a twist. We had a... Stop it, please. We had a wand pocket on the inside of our robes. I'm not sure if that's a feature on the ones that they sell commercially, but literally a very thin, perfectly sized pocket for your wand. So that's how it looked like it came out of nowhere. Thanks, buddy.
How on earth did you reach it with all that food in there?
Well, yeah, we had to go through the Maltesers and the crisps and find
Just to kind of wrap this up, looking back on the series, I mean, I'm sure that there were several moments that were probably wonderful moments on set. I'm sure there were trying days on set, but is there a particular moment that kind of stands out in your mind as something that you'll always remember and you always think like this was so special to be a part of that particular scene?
Yeah, I mean, there's hundreds of them, literally. One of the more memorable and scary ones, I remember walking out of the Hogwarts with Snape and a few of the Death Eaters at the end, and Snape wears this like 3-meter long cloak that he drags on the floor. And the director was very keen for me to walk behind him. You can see where this is going. So first take, actually Alan turned around in a very dry way and said, "Don't step on my effing cloak." We all laughed, thinking, is he joking? I'm not sure. Nonetheless, take one, stood straight on it. It's connected to his neck, so it tipped him back. Yeah, and he's a scary guy. He forgave me for that, which is nice. And I'm very lucky because I met my girlfriend on the set as well, so it's always a treasured memory that I have of meeting her and staying with her.
The moment when you guys are all on the platform, towards the end of the last film.
Yeah.
I think when we talked about that before, did you tell me that was like one of the first scenes that you guys shot, or it was shot out of sequence?
Yeah, as in the very first film, sorry?
No, in the last
film. The last one.
Standing on the platform and the train.
Yeah, it was. We shot the last two Deathly Hallows films together, so it was a 290-day shoot or something silly. And one of the earliest ones was that. In fact, we did months and months of preparation for it as far as all the special effects that were going to be able to stick to our face. And they wanted pictures of my dad and my brothers and all sorts to see how we were going to age. I think I got the worst end of the stick of anyone in that bunch. I was like nearly bald. My dad's Jason Isaacs, look at the guy. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I actually enjoyed that. And it's even more fun because my wife, Astoria, was played by my actual girlfriend, so we got to do it together, which was fun. And we had a son for 2 days, which was longer than any son. So that was fun, yeah.
Well, everybody, please be on the lookout for Murder in the First, and I think it's going to be really fun. And big hand for Tom Felton.